Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. It's us.
God, are we going?
Yeah, we're going.
We're live.
We're live, pal.
I gotta add Bad Road over here.
As far as I mean, we did do it at the same time. The problem is that there was a delay, so we definitely said that in the worst possible timing.
Yeah, it probably sounds great on stream.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Oh, it's not game capturing either. I better fix that too.
Oh, oops, whoops.
There we go. There we go. All right, that looks pretty good.
I'm just gonna close a bunch of stuff. I was watching anime previous to now.
Gross.
It's good anime. Some anime is good.
As are some JRPGs. I just haven't been able to prove that on stream yet.
Oh, cool. The password's saved. I don't have to type it ever again.
Shouldn't be a password because it's set to friends only.
Okay, that makes more sense than what happened.
Mm-hmm. Slox is color teal. I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Badro, do you know how to play already?
Yeah, I've played before.
Excellent.
Oh, Battered, are you in the game?
I think I am.
Yeah, Badro is green.
I can see you moving.
Do you know what to... Oh my god, you're a VR head.
I can turn that off and
It's so good.
be regular.
You don't have to.
It's
turn
totally
it off,
fine. Just try not to knock shit over. I've seen that happen in VR a lot.
Oh, I can see your nubblies too.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: the table is about level with my chin. I think I am going to have to come back in 2D mode just to make this usable. Sorry.
Oh no.
It does look like you're resting your chin on the table.
You're too short.
Well, apparently it expects me to do VR standing up.
Oh.
I hate it so much. So I've tried VR headset. I got the cheapest VR headset I could find.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how I'm supposed to use it.
Mm-hmm. So the game just thinks you're like 3 foot nothing.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if I actually were, that would also be inconvenient, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Almost like VR is an incredibly ableist technology that needs a lot of fixing.
Yeah. Because I think there are people that tall.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's little
Children?
people, there's pygmy tribes, there's children, yeah. There's people who can't stand up.
Right.
All right.
I
So
tried
I'll be back in a
doing-
minute.
Alrighty.
I tried doing a VR chat, and it was really fun because I went to a little gathering that was not randoms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that kind of shit can be fun with friends.
It's great, especially like when the immersion kicks in. It's really wild, but it's horrible because it didn't like how I was sitting. Like I couldn't make the model look normal in any way because it would keep expecting me to stand, and I wasn't going to.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it does make me like really dizzy, but because I don't get motion sick, I just feel like it just makes you feel a little bit high.
It makes me incredibly nauseous and headachy. I'm getting frame loss, not in the stream, in the game itself. That's never happened before.
Where's the fox?
There's a lot of stuff loaded. I don't think there's the fox. There's a werewolf.
I'm gonna play this one, the werewolf that...
Rip Snarl, Bad Dog.
This is good.
So all these placemats next to us that say the Red Dragon Inn,
Mm-hmm.
if you zoom out, it looks like a piece of bacon.
It does.
It does look like a piece of bacon.
That's what I thought it was initially. Someone's breathing in their mic.
Oh, that's me. I adjusted my mic so that I wasn't trying to maneuver ice cream around my very, very fuzzy mic.
Mm.
I will say this is a bit more convenient not having to wear the VR headset and the headphones.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because apparently I can't do mumble through the headset
Mm.
for whatever reason.
There's gotta be something I can do to stop this frame stuttering.
Is there a button I can hit to just pick a random deck?
I don't see one.
I also don't see one.
Oh, 50 random characters. Pick one.
Oh, sweet.
You're Bjorner.
Someone is still breathing on their mic. I think it's Bad Road.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. I don't have any clue how microphones work in VR.
Deirdre the Priestess, I guess.
You can select another one. We're not gonna take it as stride if you.
Oh, there's alternate drink decks you can pick?
Let's pick a cool one. What do they have?
I don't know. There's this one that's on fire.
That's
I really
fun.
don't like that this is stuttering. It's going down to like 30 FPS for a second or two.
What's it? Why is it doing that?
I have
mean, you
no fucking clue.
You could cap it at 30.
Yeah, and then I
Um,
bet it would drop down to 15 is the thing. This doesn't feel like naturally occurring stuttering.
I mean, I'm getting a little hiccup every now and again too.
I think it's just that there's so many fucking things on the board, and the
Yeah.
engine's not made for it. Nitrell the Sapper, I like her.
You have a better computer than me, right?
Yeah, I have a pretty powerful computer.
It may be a software issue because I don't think I'm stuttering. But then again, I'm on a different platform, so it's not going to really transfer
you're-
over very well.
Plus, you're also not hosting 3 people,
Oh yeah, that is another thing.
as well as streaming. Alright, I'm looking at all the different characters. Let's see. I like Witch Doctor Natili.
How many Doctors Natili are there?
7.
So, which one is the one you like?
I also like Zarya the Summoner. She just looks chill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick her.
Rip Snarl Bad Dog is good.
So I guess to play a different drink deck, we just grab one and put it on the drink deck thing.
Yeah.
Which one did we use last time?
We used Drink Deck 1.
Okay, let's try drink
Oh.
deck 2 then.
It's gonna be wild to look at the game board backwards.
I guess I just hit the button on it. There we go. Now serving drink deck 2.
I changed my mind. I'm gonna pick
Mhm.
someone.
Oh my god. Zarya the Summoner has a ferret with goggles. And also Rar Lion. And what looks to be a beer elemental.
You said beer elemental like that was a thing. No, that's a beer elemental.
Fucking my mic's picking up everything all of a sudden. 1 second. Alright, should be a little better now.
Okay.
But yeah, that's definitely a beer elemental.
And you can slap them together to apparently make one chimera.
Alright, let's look at her rules and see what these
Oh,
little
yeah, so if you
animals
hit
are for.
the rules button on your character thing, it'll bring up all of the extra rules that your character may or may not have.
Oh, I have to read them. I forgot about that.
Some of Zarya's cards have a summon icon in their text box. When one of these cards resolves, put the token for the indicated summon onto the corresponding spot on your face-down Chimera card. Do this after all other effects on the card have been carried out. Some cards have all 3 summon icons. When one of these resolves, you may place a single summon token of your choice. If your Chimera card holds all 3 summon tokens. Immediately remove those tokens and flip the Chimera card over. The mighty creature is now yours to do your bidding. The Chimera gives you your choice of effect, a Fortitude attack or a card power-up. Alright, so I'll go into those when I actually have a Chimera, because it looks like the individual animals don't do anything.
This character is wonderful. I can read it here. Ripstar is a fearsome shape-shifting brawler who loves being a werewolf. His human alter ego is a scrawny, sniveling jerkbag who is constantly trying to get back into wolf form, even when the moon isn't full. He manages to stay a werewolf frequently, but he still slips into human form once in a while, where he quietly plots and broods angrily while trying to turn back into his preferred form. So that's a mechanic is becoming a werewolf and also not being a werewolf.
Mhm.
Sweet.
There's also
Alright,
other things here, but
let's shuffle some of these decks. Everyone remember to shuffle, because we all know what happened last time.
Yes. God damn it.
So I actually don't know what happened last time, but I assume
We just
someone
would draw
didn't
the same.
shuffle.
We would just draw the same cards multiple times in a row.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So I forgot how many cards you draw to start.
7, I believe. Or it might be 6 and the first one draws 7.
No,
Fortunately,
that's Keyforge you're thinking of.
It is Keyforge I'm thinking of. Thank you so much. There's a turn order cheat sheet down here. There's 10 of those cards, so we can each have one. I know that I'm going to take one for me.
Where are they?
At the bottom of the list, they're the mostly black cards with yellow text.
Yeah,
I recommend beginning them because,
because they're tiny and it's yellow on black.
yeah, a little bit that.
I know
Oh,
I made
went to
this
my
joke
hand.
last time, but this is my commander. Didn't land.
Yeah.
All right. So who's going first? Let's roll the who goes first die.
All right, there's one of those.
And I hit roll and it just died. But it says that the good
no.
one goes first.
Oh, no, roll it again. It was just reading how many people there were and
Bad
populating
Road
the...
goes first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations, Bad Road.
Thank you.
Yes. I will also draw 7 cards.
How do you do that?
You right click on your deck and hit draw 7 times.
That's easier than what I was going to do.
You were going to try and drag them out individually?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we also all each start with a card from the drink deck?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's also correct. So we all need to pull a card from the drink deck and hope that...
And it goes face
doesn't-
down.
Yep. And the little drink deck slot that it will assume that you have.
Oh wait, that's discard. This is drinks.
I don't have space anywhere because I put my tokens where I expect my discard to go.
I have a card that lets me snuggle.
Hooray.
That sounds like a good card.
I
It
like that
is.
card.
All right.
So I'm going first, and I'm gonna try not to take pick on anyone in particular, so let's pick on everyone at once. Old gods, you started me. Each other player loses 1 fortitude.
Oh no, including yourself.
No,
Each
other player.
Oh, other player. Well, fuck. Let me see if I have a reaction to that.
Do we have a coin to roll?
Somewhere.
Although it might be more helpful since there's 4 people to spawn in a
3-sided coin.
three-sided coin. Yeah.
Hey, Bad Road. Just for that, you have to tip the wench.
Oh, I'm
Pay
losing
1 gold to the end.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my revenge right there.
That goes into this little chest here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I drink, I think.
What are you
Yeah.
gonna have?
Let's
Oh,
find
you gotta
out.
buy a drink for others first.
Oh, buy a drink.
For whoever you wish.
I'm gonna buy a drink for Rip Snarl.
All right.
Nice, thank you.
You should have a drink of your own also, Rip Snarl.
Oh, let me get that.
Yeah, as part of the starting, we needed to pull you one off the deck and forgot. My bad.
They go in a pile in the order that they were picked up. Yeah, just like that.
Perfect.
All right. So, round on the house.
Oh.
Reveal a drink.
With
If I
possible
reveal an
chasers.
event, reveal another drink. Each player drinks a copy of the revealed drink. So, wine. 2.
We're all kickstarting.
Everyone gets too drunk.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just moved your thing. Xenon, my bad.
Should it be at 0?
It should have been at 0, and then we both, all of this drunk too from the
So it's
wine.
at 2 now.
Yeah, so it's at 2 now, but I'm sorry. I didn't mean to move yours. I misjudged where mine was.
Okay, I think that's the end of my turn.
Sounds good. I feel like the dungeon master over here on the other side of the table.
You can scooch closer.
No, I'm already on this player color. It gave it to me by default.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just wanted to be green.
I chose mine when it was still a circular table.
All right, Slox's turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah. You want to
I
grab
need to play
a
a card, right?
cheat sheet? I'll grab you
Where's-
one.
Here,
Okay,
you can use
thanks.
mine.
Oh,
I like how impossible these are to read.
Yeah, that's why I
Okay.
made mine mad big.
I forgot how you embiggen them.
Hover over them and press plus on your keyboard, or right click them and go to scale, and there's and hit big. Hit make go big.
How big do we want this?
Big enough to read.
Big enough to read, not so big it takes over the entire board.
This is too big. Hold on.
I mean, you could just leave it in your deck like that.
And I,
That seems like it'd get in the way.
You know, it keeps getting sucked into my deck.
Mm-hmm.
Powerful deck gravity.
That'll work.
Discard any amount of cards and draw 7, and I can play 1 action card.
Yeah. So if you don't like any of your cards, you can discard them. And then draw back up from your deck.
Oh yeah, there's a mechanic that if you're human, you have to add 1. Wait, no, that's different. That's if I get a card that says that. Okay, never mind. I need to reference something real quick. Oh, so this is human side up, so we have to fix that.
Is it supposed to be wolf side up?
Once I draw the card that lets me do that, yes. Okay. Now, I think this is only... I'm doing that one, and I think that can only be Bad Road is the thing.
what can only be me.
It
You
says
gotta
pick
read
another
off the
player
title.
whose fortitude is higher than yours. They lose 2 fortitude. I'm the top dog around here. Turn into a wolf.
Okay,
I think that is only Bad
Yeah,
Road, because
that's
all of
only
us
Bad
have-
Road.
that's
So-
true.
So Bad Road loses 2 fortitude, and you are now wolf. And you
Get
gain a
back down-
fury. Oh, or you gain a fury.
Get back down to our level.
Oh, this is nice. Look at this. Look at the player icon.
That's pretty good.
That's cool art.
Uh-huh.
Where does this go when I'm done?
Uh,
Find a
So
place
you've-
to use as a discard pile
Yeah.
nearby.
You've got your drink deck where it wants you to do your discard pile.
You know, that's right, Bad Road. It shouldn't be there.
It put my tokens where it wants my discard pile, so I'm just putting my shit off to the side.
Okay.
Okay, now I
Well, I didn't like the one I just did. The game hated it.
to give 1 drink from the drink deck to any player other than yourself. Where's the 3-sided coin?
Hang on. Let me see if I can't spawn in a 3-sided coin. I can't because I'm not host. Actually,
It's also physically impossible to create a 3-sided coin.
I think they can do it in a video game. They should let me do
Well,
it in a
I've
video
heard-
game.
I've heard that if you flip a coin enough times, it'll land on its edge.
Alright, here's a die.
okay.
Alright, I'm 1-2. Christie's 3-4. Bad Road's 5-6. No, don't do it like that. You're gonna knock shit over. Just right click
Yeah.
on it and hit roll. Alright, give me a drink.
You get this one.
I'm so glad.
Congratulations.
Did you pull your initial drink?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then I take this one. I take this drink. This is a light ale.
Wait, you're supposed that came out of your drinks, right?
Yeah, that's mine. Came
Okay.
out here.
Alright, so you take 1 drink.
1 alcohol damage.
Oh no, alcohol damage.
Here, I think.
Yeah.
so I don't think I've announced it yet, but I'm Torgal Snarf Dunkleton, first of his name,
Nice, congratulations.
king of literally every goblins.
Very good.
And what do I want to do? I want to begin a round of gambling.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Gambling, I am in.
So where does the
Now we all have to ante.
there we
Type
go.
bang in, I think.
No, it's
Bang
gold.
bang gold.
I
And
need
that's
to
the
look
quickest
something
way
up.
to do it.
I did not know about that.
Yeah, it's real nice.
It's actually really cool scripting
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like one of the more difficult things to do over at like internet connection.
Alright, so my turn to gamble.
Oh right, I forgot. I don't have permission to interact with that. Oh, and we're streaming, so I probably shouldn't interact with it anyway.
So I am going to play the winning hand.
Oh no, you're gonna win.
Unless someone has a cheating card. So next is Bad Road's turn.
I pass.
Cool.
Does Slox have a cheating card?
I don't have that.
Does Christy have a cheating card?
So, I don't have a cheating card, but I do have this.
Does it negate a winning hand?
You don't need a winning hand when you have enough goons.
You may play
that's
this
right.
card at any time during a round of gambling, even if you have left the round. You may not play this card if the round is already ended. You may not play it in response to a card that would make players ante or would end the round when it resolves. The round ends, you get the ante gold. This does not count as you winning the round. All right, you get the gold.
I'm just going to take all those. I would like to draw your attention to my special golds. I start out with 2 extra special golds.
Let me
Okay.
see.
You mentioned them
Oh.
yourself.
Yep,
Very nice.
they have my face on them.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be the only currency running come the revolution. So that was my action. I hand a drink out now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're gonna give 1 to Bad Road.
Okay. Oh yeah, this I need to discard that.
Yeah. And then I myself will drink a drink. I pick up both cards in my drink deck. I know there's more than 1 card in this deck.
Yeah, you should have.
I should have 2, but I only appear to have 1.
I think it's
You gotta
disappeared.
draw another one, is why. Right? No.
Oh.
No, you never got another card. You had to drink a copy of the card.
Right. Okay, well, here's a coffee card.
Hooray! We're cutting you off.
I don't think you've had any. No, how much have you had? You've had 1 glass of wine,
I've
I
had
think.
exactly 1 glass of wine.
That's
Yeah.
too much.
You're a lightweight. You're a lightweight goblin.
I'm so small is the thing. The wine, it goes right to my nose. This will complete my turn.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna draw 2 cards. Good lord, I shuffled my deck. This is ridiculous. I guess this should happen sometimes.
Sometimes it just goes.
Let's play. With friends like these, I feel sorry for my enemies. I gain a Chimera token. And... Is that right? Yeah. No? There we go. And 1 player loses 2 fortitude. I don't... One will go clockwise. 1, 2 is Bad Road. 3, 4 is Slox. 5, 6 is Christie.
Okay.
Slox loses 2 fortitude.
Oh no. I've lost. Oh wait.
That was 3.
I've lost 2
There
of
you
them.
go. And did we do anything else? No, that's it. So now it's drinking time. Since Christie's out of alcohol cards.
You know, I don't think I need any more.
I think you need one.
I couldn't possibly. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's nice of you to recognize your king in this way.
Alright, now for my drink.
Ooh.
Wizard's Brew. Are you some sort of Wizard's Brew? Alright, so I gained 2 fortitude and 2 alcohol. So I'm back at full fortitude. It's still a net loss.
Yeah, you didn't get full value off it.
Mm-hmm. And this concludes my turn.
That means it's Bad Red's turn.
Mm-hmm.
I have that muted. I have that muted. That's fine.
Bada bida bada.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Baba dabba dabba.
Da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
These
Baba
aren't the
dabba
coins you're
dabba.
looking for.
Ooh.
Each
Huh?
other player pays me 1 gold.
Well, I have something to say to that.
Okay.
What is it?
Specifically, you instead of my gold, you can take a gold from the inn. Because goodbye, bandits. And I also gain another Chimera token.
Okay. But that doesn't negate all of ours.
No, just mine.
Okay. So, here, friends,
So I had do I have to take one too?
enjoy the coin
Yeah.
of the future.
How do
What
I
an-
do
What
that?
an, what an interesting coin.
Just
Oh, I got
grab a coin from your deck and give it over to Battery.
It wasn't doing
Don't
it,
try
but
to put it on top of the other coins. It doesn't like that.
Yeah, we discovered that with the fingers.
Yes, I can.
You want to keep the Torg safe and happy.
I wouldn't dream of letting this coin anywhere near the rest of my currency.
Ah, a station of excellence.
Does
Oh,
that gold? Have I got gold from everyone now?
Yep. Well, unless you
Okay.
didn't take one from the inn.
I took one from the inn.
Okay. I
Okay.
also fucked up the order of my Chimera, but that's okay. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I will
Uh,
I will accept that I made an error.
Well, Your Majesty,
Yes.
you have such a magnificent coin.
Ah.
I'm going to
Oh,
recognize your
oh,
magnificence by
oh.
buying you a drink.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
And now I will drink to your health. Mead.
That's so
Delicious.
If mead was not the result of a drink event or chaser, I may split it with another player.
Ooh. Round up. So that
It's
means
so
each takes
good.
2.
you just have to share.
Mead is a
Torg, would you
sharing
like
drink.
to share this mead with me?
Good God, such incredible generosity today. Certainly, certainly. We both go up too, is that right?
Yeah.
Daggum.
And that's my turn.
I'm going to mute myself and stand up for just a second.
Slox's turn.
I think I draw cards now. Yes,
Yeah, you draw up to 7, so
that's
You
the
know.
drink deck.
yeah, you draw them from your own deck.
That's definitely not. Oh, I've done something.
What the fuck? Just put that back where you found it, I guess.
I pulled it out of the rules.
Oh, well,
Okay,
just
I'm back
leave it
in.
there. It's fine. It's fine. That's for, like, special boss fight stuff.
Oh, this is the deck. Okay.
Yeah. Like, Skeletor had an entire boss deck.
I have so many bad cards. There's certain
Madro,
cards
did
in
you
my deck.
accidentally pull your boss deck out?
No, I intentionally pulled it out. I wanted to look at it.
Oh, okay.
There's like cards in my deck that say turn human, and I don't want to use those.
Sometimes I bet they do other good things, though. What does
Yeah.
being a werewolf do for you?
You get to be a werewolf.
You're still muted, Christy.
So when you're human, you can accumulate fury, and then when you turn back into a wolf, you take down other fortitude with the amount of fury, other players' fortitude.
Gotcha. So you want to turn back into a human so that you can collect fortitude.
Yes, that's how you win the game.
Okay.
Now I have to take a. Let's see. Do I want to play anything? Oh, cool. This is the snuggle one. It's called Dogpile. You lose 1 fortitude. Each other player loses 2 fortitude.
Oh,
Jesus. Turn wolf. But you're already wolf.
Yeah, so I turn wolf again. I'm double.
You're double wolf.
Ink spray.
okay.
I ignore an action sometimes or any time card that affects my fortitude, alcohol, or gold.
But this is a snuggle
Nice.
card.
But it does affect fortitude. Alright, I've lost 2 fortitude.
I would lose 2 fortitude. I don't want to do that. But I guess I will.
The drink is wine, which is 2 alcohol.
You gotta buy someone else a drink too.
Where's the 6-sided coin?
Over here. We didn't call
says,
who was who.
Oh, we're not doing the same ones? Okay.
You can.
I can
In
roll
which
again.
case, that's Christy.
Yeah, it would be me.
Congratulations.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Me and all my boys will be floating in it by the end of the evening.
One can only hope.
That was a dark turn. Good job.
I'm role playing.
What the fuck am I doing? I'm not role playing. I'm drawing cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I draw 2. What the hell do you do? A thing. That's fine. I understand what that does. Speaking of the boys, let's bring out the biggest boy.
How big is he?
He's Grunt, the brawler.
Nice.
Is once during each of my action phases, I can pick another player and they lose 2 fortitude.
That's pretty good.
How do you... And you can make him lose fortitude in lieu of yourself, I guess?
Yes, if someone chooses to do... If someone does a thing that would cause me to lose fortitude, they can say that goes to Grunt instead.
It's just like the
Mhm.
teddy bear.
Yeah, it's just like the teddy bear, so it'll knock that'll knock Grunt off the board. Unless I pay Grunt's wages, which is 2. I would have to pay 2 out of my gold supplies. And then Grunt would stay around.
Mhm.
At the moment, I'm gonna flip the 6-sided coin to see who Grunt's looking at. I didn't say anything. I just sort of rolled the dice. 1 to 3 is Annie, and what are numbers? 4 to 6 is Badred.
Not Slocks at all?
No, because you two are far more ahead.
Okay. Badro then.
It
Looks
is.
like.
What did that role player should have given it to Annie just outright? But I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. So yeah, get smacked for 2. Grunt, go over there and give my best new friend a big hug.
No, that's perfectly all right.
No, he's fine. Look, we share here in the new Goblin Anarchy, but it's a monarchy. It's a monarchy.
Mananarchy.
It's a mananarchy. Do 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 do. That's my action. I gotta pull a drink card.
Anarcho-feudalism.
Anarcho-feudalism. There we go. That's not a horrifying series of things you've said at all. Let's bring back the 6-sided coin. So 1, 2, 3 will be Slocks. 4, 5, 6 will be Badred, because neither of you have a drink currently.
Oh yeah, that has a mechanic. 1 second.
What?
No, I just need to look at what happens when it gets to me and I don't have any drinks.
Oh, if it gets
Well-
to you and you don't have any drinks, you sober up by 1.
Oh,
But I did just pull a drink for you, so there
yes,
you go.
thank you. Thank you.
I will drink my drink. You can't fucking stop me. Oh, it's a big wine.
Wouldn't dream of it.
It's a big wine. Only the fanciest of wines in the anarcho monarchy. And I take 3 alcohol damage. This concludes my turn.
All right, I'm gonna discard 2 gambling I'm in cards, and then I'm gonna draw 4.
Wild.
Oh no, they're all gambling I'm in cards.
Jesus.
All right, so
Are you digging for slashy boy cards?
I'm mostly just trying to have a useful hand. Interesting. Risby, chill, please. All right. So, who's furthest ahead? I mean, me apparently. But
So you're gonna give it to yourself.
yeah. Bad Road, you lose 2 fortitude,
Oh no.
and I now have a chimera.
A whole chimera.
Bum bum bum.
So what does the chimera do for you?
Basically, I can power up a card that says Chimera on it, or I can use it in lieu of my action phase to deal 3 fortitude damage to any player.
Okay. What's the or on it?
That's just what I just said.
Oh, dispel chimera to activate. Okay. Sorry, I thought that was a third.
Nah, just a 2. Let's see. So that's the action phase over. So now I'm buying a drink. Bad Road doesn't have any drinks. So here
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure I accidentally grabbed that somehow. There you go.
Thank you.
There's a drink. I don't know whose rules card I just grabbed.
That's I think mine.
All right. And during this phase, I'm going to pay 1 gold to the inn to buy 2 additional drinks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Was it to tip the inn? Bang tip. There we go. Wait. But bang in and bang tip do the same thing. That's weird. Oh wait. What? That's fine. No, that didn't act. No gold to send to the inn. Oh. Let's hit R.
It needs to refresh.
Bang tip. That's not correct. Bang tip. There we go. Fine, it worked finally. Alright. Sometimes it gets mixed up because tabletop sim is not perfect system. Alright, so now I'm going to also get a drink for each of you other 2.
Aha.
Nice, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Actually, since Christy already had 2, I'm going to give the second one to Bad Road. Now you all have 2 drinks.
All right.
And Now it's time for me to drink.
Period.
Oh, I only have the one drink apparently.
Oh.
Sweet. And it's a light ale, less filling.
Oh no.
So I get one drunk.
Yeah, you doing? It's good to be on your side of the table.
And I guess that concludes my turn.
All right. Oh, okay. I do have an action card.
Oh, good.
I was about to ask what happens if you you don't have an action card.
Oh, then you just skip the phase.
Which is a shame, but I went for a bit during last week's game where I just didn't.
You can also just choose to skip the phase, so.
Well, it kind of looks like Annie's in the lead. So,
If you look at the table with all of the bags on it, it shows the differential.
Mm-hmm.
So the red is fortitude, the black is alcohol content, and the green at the bottom of the character picture is
Gain
the
2
space
alcohol
between them.
content. You and that player then each draw a card from your character deck. Okay.
yeah. Don't worry. This rarely leads to permanent damage.
All right, I've gained 2 alcohol content.
Oh no, it's me.
The good
And
one.
It's me, the good one.
draw a card. So no, it's fine. I shouldn't do that when I already have foreknowledge of what I drew.
Right, now I get to buy someone a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And Annie does not have any drinks, so you can have one.
Hooray!
And Orcish Rotgut. 2 fortitude, or if I'm an orc, 2 alcohol instead.
Are
Orcs
you
love
an
this
orc?
stuff.
If I drink this, we'll all end up making bad decisions, so I'm going to ignore it.
I do like on the card that it says specifically "reveal the drink first!" exclamation point.
Oh, it's my turn.
It's none of this Wizards of the Coast. You may choose to wait until the drink is revealed to play this card. It's like,
Nah. You're doing yourself a disservice if you do not wait.
I mean, it might be coffee, it might be holy water.
yeah. When we were playing last week, Annie was playing the Lich King,
Uh-huh.
and she pulled a holy water, and there's not special rules for that.
So the Lich King was healed by holy water.
Who's for?
That'd be Bad Road.
I took
So I
the
was 1
entire
and
drink
2 on.
deck.
Whoops.
Here you go, Bad Road.
Did you have an action?
Oh, did I?
Yeah, I gotta
Hold
remember
on.
your action.
Like,
You also,
that doesn't particularly affect anything.
yeah. Freya was
So-
having a hard time remembering the order of things too.
I'm not gonna do an action.
Okay.
The drink deck went into my.
It sure did.
Hey,
I'm gonna have this water straight from the horse's trough.
That's terrible water. Delicious, life-giving horse's trough water.
It's okay. It's just, you know, less than 1% horse saliva.
This goes up, I mean down then, right?
It's
Oh.
0.
Yeah, it's a 0. So
Oh,
it
that's
stays where it
0.
is.
It doesn't change.
I end my battle rounds.
Okay. I get to draw a card.
Hmm.
There we go. You know what me and my fabulous wealth could stand a little with for gambling?
Oh man, I love gambling.
I'm in. I have a screwdriver in real life, and it's starting to affect me.
Everyone anti.
That's bang pot.
Gold.
Bang
Pot takes it all.
Discount brick.
Let me make sure that my graphics card is set correctly. Yeah, it is. It's just the engine.
Yeah. Like Tabletop Simulator isn't a perfect beast.
Mm-hmm. All right, my gamble turn.
You'd think I'd be able to simulate a tabletop pretty easily.
You'd think so. All right, I'm gonna play gambling. I'm in. Now I'm in control. Bad road.
I raise.
Oh, cool. Let me add that.
Okay.
So, bang gold. All right, Sox's gambling turn.
This card's not very good.
I mean, if it's a gambling card.
It is. You have to turn human though. Here, so I control the gambling now. I win. I'm
Okay.
winning.
Well, when you turn human, that lets you build up fury. You're supposed to want to be human sometimes.
No, that's right. But also, then I don't get to be the werewolf.
And it's in Rip Snarl's
That is canon.
character. It's canon that Rip Snarl really wants to be werewolf all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to Rip Snarl.
Yeah, that's true.
This is getting heavy. But I'm still in.
All right.
I've played another gambling. I'm in. I have control of this round of gambling.
All right, my turn then.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play the winning hand.
Oh, don't do that.
I think it specifically says you can't winning hand off a winning hand.
Oh wait,
feel
did
like
you play
you
a winning
should.
hand?
Oh no, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think you did.
No, I boned it. My bad.
All right, bad road. Do you have a cheating card?
I just had a thought.
Oh.
Draw 2 cards from your character deck and discard 1 card from your hand. You may not take game actions between drawing and discarding.
Oh, I have a anytime card to play. Here. And you have to pay 1 gold to the inn.
I do?
You do.
Oh shit.
I assume you're winning, right? You're winning the gambling. I assume
Currently.
everyone else is out of gambling cards.
I don't know. I think Bad Road has one.
But I'm not going to play a cheating card right now. So I pass.
All right, I'll just pay 1 gold to the inn. That's fine. Whoops. It's fine. It didn't actually take my gold away.
That's a lot of them.
Did you take everyone else's gold? Because it's all gone.
Oh my god, I did. Okay. That's fine. Everyone
We all
had 2.
each.
It's fixable. That's such a weird command. So it's tip that I use. Send gold to the inn. So now we know what that did.
That's the difference. Yeah, that's the difference between in and tip.
Yeah. Bang, tip. There we go.
Just the tip.
No.
Okay.
All right. Slox' turn. You have any cheating
yeah.
cards?
Let me see. No.
How about you, Chrissy?
I do not.
I win. I won.
Just like Link.
You do.
Mhm.
You do win. Congratulations, you do won. Grunt! Grunt,
I
go
think-
over there and give her a celebratory hug.
Just a sec.
They don't make games like they used to, and by that I mean they don't make that one Legend of Zelda CDI game again.
They already made it twice.
They should do more.
Once during each of your action phases. Oh, so that doesn't count as an action in and of itself?
So this is still the action phase.
Yeah, but it doesn't count as an action?
Oh, Grunt's thing? No.
Huh, that's
Grunt's ability.
wild. Ouch.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering why you were doing fortitude to me with Grunt over there.
I also wondered that, but I also wasn't going to say anything.
Whose turn is it?
It's still mine. I need to hand someone a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can I have it?
You may.
Thank you.
Congratulations. A drink is yours. And I must drink for myself. And for my goblin allies who will not be doing as well as I am. First, the drinking contest. Each player reveals a card from the drink deck and drinks it. Okay, thanks. The player who reveal. I just turned my head sideways.
And the card just went flying.
In real human life, I turned my head sideways to try and read it better because it was at an angle. Each player reveals a card from the drink deck and drinks it. The player who reveals the drink with the highest alcohol content wins 1 gold from each of the other players. If there is a tie, the players who tied reveal their drink again and draw until there is a winner.
Oh god, this could kill someone. All right, I've got my drink. Everyone drawing a drink.
Okay. I think we both grabbed the same drink at the same time.
All right, and flip. I got 2 and a chaser, which means I draw another.
I have holy water.
What is? I have
So
this one.
So unless this is okay.
Oh shit! So I
Well-
drew 6.
Oh, so you win.
Let me see if I have anything to counter the alcohol content. I do not.
Oh wait, actually I can do that. Hold on. Whoops, what did I do?
All right, well I take 6 alcohol damage, but everyone gives me a gold.
Ignoring the drink using this.
What?
I think this lets me ignore this drink.
I
What-
thought
what's-
this is Bad Road's Torg token.
Yeah, that is the gold I am giving you.
Okay. What did you play?
It says sure, I'll squirrel, and then you get to not drink it.
Xenon,
Play this card when you must ante or ignore a drink. Yeah, that
Yeah,
works.
This ignores your drinks. Yes.
Xenon,
Yeah.
the winch thinks you should stop playing with the drinks.
Oh,
So you got to take the alcohol damage.
let me do that really quick. Why does that count?
So, of note, I pulled Fine Ambrosia, Nectar of the Gods.
Uh-huh.
I get to pay 2 gold to the inn.
Mm-hmm.
I will gain 1 alcohol content,
Okay.
and gain 4 fortitude, putting me back up to 20.
Good lord.
It was a good pull.
Uh-huh. I got the bad pull. Technically, I won that round, but
And got a lot of money.
if you say so.
Whose turn is it? Whose line is it?
Whose line is it anyway?
That was the end of my turn, so whose line is it? Annie's way.
Oh, shit.
Whose line is it, comma, Annie's way.
All right, let's
Whose line
draw,
is it?
draw.
Whose line is it? Question mark. Annie's, comma, way, exclamation
Way.
point. Okay.
Okay, so okay, so I'm going to use my Chimera power-up on Amber has a knack for mixing drinks. So I reveal 2 drinks with possible chasers from the drink deck. If I reveal a drink deck, discard it and reveal it again. Give one of the revealed drinks to another player and shuffle the other back into the drink deck. So, let's see, our first drink is 1. Our second drink is... doesn't matter.
It's a thing we're discarding.
Oops. Our second drink is 3. All right, Chrissy, you take you drink the 3.
Do I drink it or do I just put it on top of my?
Give one of the revealed drinks to another player. Yeah, I guess you just put it on top of your thing. That's kind of weird.
Oh,
well.
that was an easy to read cheat sheet.
I guess it goes on top of your and this gets shuffled back into this pile for whatever reason.
So I'm gonna leave it face up, but
yeah.
it is on my drink deck.
It is on the top of your drink deck.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now I take back my little token people and flip this back over and also resummon Amber.
She's the color of my energy.
And my
What?
beer.
What makes you summon folks?
The icon in the lower right of a card.
So you can summon with the same card you spend the Chimera on?
It certainly seems like it. Summon icons not linked to a card's Chimera effect. Place the appropriate summon on your face down Chimera card after the card resolves regardless. So yes.
Okay.
They actually specified that. I'm glad.
Yes.
Red Dragon Inn has so many just wild ass conflicting rules that if they didn't call out like edge cases like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now I guess I'm gonna. Well, since Chrissy's so far ahead, here I'm gonna give it. I'm actually gonna give it to Bad
Listen,
Road.
Oh no.
It's
Thank
my
you.
birthright to be in the lead.
And I draw the challenge. Are you up to the challenge? If you aren't,
Double
discard the challenge and drink the top card of the drink deck. If you are, reveal 2 cards from the drink deck and drink them. If you reveal a drink event, discard it and reveal again. You may play cards to affect these drinks, but each must be dealt with separately. If these drinks do not knock you out, each player must pay you 1 gold.
As your friend, I might suggest getting a new card.
No, I'm doing it.
Really?
Yep.
You're gonna
This
win.
actually works to my advantage, as you'll see in a moment.
Okay.
All right, so we flip this one. Oh no, well, you know what? I'm going to fucking ignore that by casting They've Got My Back, which allows me to completely ignore a card that affects fortitude, alcohol content, or gold. All right, and so I'm going to use that.
Well, no. It allows you to ignore an action sometimes or any times card. This is a drink card.
Oh, well, that's shit.
This is bad news for you.
Yeah. I mean, I lost a long time ago anyway.
Do you want to back up
No, I already
and
said
not
it.
take the challenge?
No, I already
Okay.
said it.
Why does dirty dishwater do damage to you?
Have you ever
'Cause-
drank dirty dishwater?
I mean, I don't
Honestly-
know if it'll do damage though.
Clean dishwasher wouldn't be much. Dishwater wouldn't be much better.
And oh no, well guess what? I didn't
You s-
die.
You survive.
Yeah,
That's worth a gold.
yeah, everyone give me your gold.
You're just sitting on a fact stack over there.
Yeah, but I have 1 HP.
You should watch out for that 1 HP.
Yeah. Now it's the buy drinks phase. So I'm going to cast Wench, bring some drinks for my friends. So I'm gonna pay 1 gold to the inn. There we go. And then I am going to pull 3 drinks. One for each of you.
I got 3 drinks. Yeah, bury that elven wine.
And shuffle, 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 shuffle. There you go.
No, don't put the elven wine back on top. Okay, hang on. I gotta flip the elven wine. We're gonna flip the elven wine. It goes here where it's supposed to be, and then the new card goes on top of it.
Okay. Now I gotta drink. Oh, I'm dead.
It's cool.
Didn't
Just
you just
get water.
Is that
Just
what
drank.
the challenge was?
Do what?
The challenge was your drink.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. Then I guess that's my turn.
Okay. I draw 3 cards.
Ah!
What?
I've just moved to your side of the table for the first time in a bit.
Yeah, do you see it?
It's been growing ever
so-
larger.
It's a really big cheat sheet.
It's easy to read.
It's very easy to read. So that's fun.
Uh-huh.
So,
Is it whose turn is it?
it's my turn. Grunt needs to stop thinking so loudly.
I don't feel like Grunt thinks at all. What's happening here? Pick another player. They lose 2 fortitude. Look at my hand.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how we're going to do that.
I'm gonna put your hand in my hand.
Okay. Put your hand in my hand.
I like how the decks are like stairs
Mm-hmm.
because this is computer.
It is computer.
Okay, computer.
I think Grunt does need to go have a nap. Let's just let Grunt have his nap.
So you don't run out of golds?
So I don't run out of good. No, it's not about that. It's about looking after the well-being of my minions.
I think he
I
just
mean-
died.
Oh no.
No, he's just having a very nice nap that the Mind Flayer lady put him in.
He doesn't have a pulse.
No,
That's
he
how they
don't-
sleep.
that's how orcs sleep. They go into suspended hibernation like the Puma Man.
Well, that really shouldn't have stopped his heart.
Listen, he's completely fine. Nothing is wrong in the Monarchy.
The Bananarchy.
The Monarchy Bullet Club is fine.
So that was my action.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll buy a drink for someone. You seem to be out of drinks, so there you go.
Yeah,
And
and I'm
then-
also like face down in a puddle of my own drool.
No, it's cool. You'll get water or coffee or something.
Ogre brew. You know what? This is just a simple case of mind over matter.
Reduce the alcohol content of a drink you were about to drink by 2.
Yes.
So you still get the fortitude buff.
No, it's a fortitude damage.
Oh, it is fortitude damage, isn't it? Oh, dunk.
But I do ignore the alcohol.
Mm.
That should be my turn.
I need to recharge my deck.
Recharge.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. It's time to do old dog new tricks.
It's
All
time
right.
to it's time to dog.
So you get to be dog. Also, 2 other players have to pay 1 gold to the end.
Which 2 players?
4 and 4. I don't think I can do it twice, so it's 4 and
Christian
Or-
Bad Road.
yeah.
Okay. I'll throw that in there, nice and easy.
I think it gave your gold. I think you put your gold in my hand and then I dropped it into the.
Yeah, I think it did a weird stack.
It all works out the same in the end.
And then
We're
check
in the
this
inn.
out.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
It's strong enough to stunt your growth. Also, it's 4 alcohol.
Oh,
Ouch.
that's a lot of alcohol though.
That's
Second.
quite a lot of alcohol.
I need
It
to check
is.
something.
That's 1/5 of the total bar.
It's a fifth.
Oh, this card's bad though.
Hey, I got
This-
that joke.
You have a thing to ignore it? You sure
Yes,
do.
only
All
a beast
right.
would drink this swill.
But now you turn human.
So I ruined it. I played that other card specifically to not do that.
Well, yeah, but you got to turn you were a wolf so you could turn human and save yourself, so it worked out.
I guess. Yeah. Oh, I end my turn.
You also need to lose the 4 alcohol you just picked up.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have to give someone a drink too?
You do.
Congratulations, Christy.
Just burying that
Ah.
elven wine farther.
More. Yes, more.
Oh,
The
I end my
wine-
turn.
The wine flows downhill, and I am the shortest. Draw some cards.
Just
3, 4,
laying at
5.
the bottom of the hill with your mouth open as the wine flows in.
That's real good.
Hill wine.
Hill wine is the best wine because it comes from the hills. No one knows how it is formed.
It just comes down out of the hills,
Yep.
like Big Rock Candy Mountain style, where it's like a river of gin.
Yep.
Are these the hills with eyes,
No, these
Or
hills
the-
don't have eyes.
or the hills that are alive with the sound of music?
Probably those, because a lot of people like to sing when they drink.
Let me tell you, I've spent a lot of time in my friend's bathroom singing 6 songs to try and keep my mind off of other things.
Which
What
6
do
songs?
you do with the drunken sailor?
Yeah, what do you do with the drunken sailor?
I know that one.
Man in Motion, theme to St. Elmo's Fire. What the fuck am I doing?
How about the theme to John Carpenter's The Thing?
The theme to John Carpenter's The Thing. I think that's the only thing I can play.
Oh no. There's only one thing that you can play.
There's only one thing you can play.
So I just learned we can set our cheat sheets on top of our character rules.
Oh,
Oh, that's handy.
yeah.
I
don't
wonder
know
if we
if it's
could make a stack that just keeps going out. Let's not do that. Let's not get distracted doing that.
I've been watching more Star Trek: The Next Generation season 7.
Mm-hmm.
I like how there's only like 6 Star Trek plots,
Mm-hmm.
and like at least one of those is about the Prime Directive and not doing it.
Yep.
So
They never follow the Prime Directive ever.
What if the Prime Directive was bad?
which plot is it when Voyager goes too fast and Janeway and Paris turn into lizards and have sex?
I think that's the 7th plot. No,
The 7th forbidden Star Trek
they
plot.
they would not acknowledge that that episode existed for years. They would simply ignore any mention of it.
Why would they do that?
Did you not
Because it
hear
was-
the synopsis I just said?
Yeah, but like think about what it could do for Star Trek.
A world where if you go too fast, you turn into lizards and then have lizard babies because you had lizard sex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm not here to say, right, that lizard sex is inherently bad or anything.
It is also the plot synopsis of an H.R. Giger painting.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then the episode just sort of ends, and they were just like, "Well, we're never going to talk about that again."
Yep.
Whose turn is it?
It's
I
fine.
don't know.
It's mine. We got sort of sidetracked while we were talking about the Voyager thing. There's really only one thing I can play. So I was out, and I had this wonderful crossbow made for me. It's just my size, made of the finest metal and leathers. And oops, I've dropped it, and the bolt has gone into Derica.
What? Well, you've just been accidentally shot.
Just
let's-
right in. I'm so very sorry.
Oh no, it's coming out the other side. I'm
And it
glad
was-
you don't have internal organs, or this would be
Such a-
messy.
It was such a lovely crossbow, too.
Such a beautiful crossbow. Such a beautiful crossbow.
Actually, do technically have internal organs. They're not mine per se, but
They're
Such
I-
healthy
I-
organs.
I inherited them from the humanoid who so kindly incubated me when I was but a tadpole.
See, I think it's nice to have a collection of things. It's good to have a hobby. I need to buy a drink.
Mm-hmm.
2 drinks, 3 drinks. Well, I have 4 drinks.
You'll never have to get to the Elven wine.
I'll never have to get to the Elven wine. Never getting back to me. So that's my turn. I pull the top card off my drink deck, and I flip it. Oh no, it's got a chaser. So I'm drinking 2 wines.
Yeah.
I'm drinking 1 wine, and then chasing it with never getting back to me. I swear to God, if this has a chaser.
Oh,
that hurts.
There's that 6. That's the same shit
Well-
that happened to me that almost got me killed.
It's not the Elven wine, so
It's
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 not.
worse.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let me tell you another thing about bugbears. And then we just sort of skim over that conversation on the way to Zarya's.
All right,
I have a
Zariah's.
proposition to make.
What's that?
Bugbears are neither bugs nor bears. Discuss.
Oh, we can discuss that in a minute. I have to use the bathroom. Can we do a break?
Yeah, we can do a break. Let me draw
Okay.
these cards real quick. And all right, so we got here ways that you can help the ongoing civil rights movement going on across the country and the wider world. And these links lead to organizations that are doing their best to help people do their best. We got the Bail Fund Network to help keep protesters out of jail, the Okra Project, and the Black Trans Travel Fund to help Black, trans, and non-binary people via food, supplies, and travel out of dangerous situations. And we've got the Black Hills Legal Fund, which is how the Lakota people are working to take back their land that was stolen by white people. It's called the Six Grandfathers. White people renamed it the Mount Rushmore, and carved some white slave owners' faces into the side of it. Very, very tasteful stuff right there. You know, what white people are known for, taste. All right, and under the second command, this is kept up to date by my sister-in-law, Christy, who's here with us. If you have anything else that needs to go under here, please get in touch with her. We've got Hurricane Ida relief because guess what? New Orleans was put underwater for the third time in living memory. We've got designate Haiti for TPS, so Haitians fleeing the country can stay here as refugees. We've got the pathway to citizenship to help undocumented immigrants not be hunted down and put in concentration camps. Wouldn't that be a wonderful fucking world to live in? And we've got the ACLU Racism and Policing Correspondence course by email. All you need for that one is your email address, and you'll get an email once a week for a month discussing so that you can help educate yourself about how the police in general, are not there to protect people, especially people of color. They are there to hold the status quo in place, the status quo being white supremacy. That's the very simple version, and I highly recommend checking out that correspondence course. Black Lives Matter, the lives of people of color matter, Indigenous lives and lands matter, Asian and Pacific Islander lives matter. The violence against people of color has just been increasing. And that's fucking horrible and fucking horrifying. And we need to keep getting this across to the people in charge. We need to push and force the people in charge to not only acknowledge these, but work to make these protected truths that the lives of people of color matter. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. Please don't go anywhere, or if you do come back, we have no stance on whether or not you block our ads. See you in a minute.
Bones are pretty cool.
So that's the first thing anyone watching the VOD hears. Is Slock
That's good.
saying blood and bones are cool. Alright. So, yeah, let's continue. I guess it's my turn. I drew my cards. Let's see what
Yes.
I'm doing.
There were some nice cards.
They might be.
I
Um,
actually have no idea. I did not look at your cards.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're not cheating. I guess this is not
Oh, right, I
super
can't
useful.
see your cards if I look at the stream. I should look away from the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah,
It's
we
all
don't
good.
need to stream. We don't need to stream snipe Red Dragon in.
Yeah, that's sort of weird. I didn't process any of the things I was saying.
All right, let's take a look at everyone's HP. I have 1 HP. Amber has a knack for mixing drinks, Bad Road. You lose, or you gain 1 alcohol. Because I don't have shit else that I could do.
I've had the Skype IM sounds open in a VLC window for like a day now.
Oh no.
Like I just sometimes I'll remember, then I'll be like, oh yeah, you know how like you just have like a fidget thing, you just press it. Sometimes you think about it. That's what's happening because I had left it open. So sometimes I'll just remember it and then make the Skype IM noise, and then I'll just minimize it again.
Very nice. All right, so I guess I'll give Christy a drink. There you go.
Okay.
And then I got a drink, and this is gonna kill me.
Odds
Unless
are
it
really
doesn't.
high.
Flip.
Miracle shot. Oh, no.
Ouch. That absolutely kills me. I don't think I have anything to counter it either. Sometimes it's fortitude. Yeah, I'm out.
Can
Oh,
I
it doesn't
make you
work unless I
unout?
put them on top of each other. There we go.
Can I revive?
I don't think so, no. Split up my gold, y'all.
That's is there a button to do that?
I have 16, so you each get 2 of you get 5 and 1 of you gets 6, which I guess we put the extra in the end.
The extra
Plus,
2
I
goes to the
I
end.
think Christy gets her fate gold back.
Unless someone else wants it.
Yeah, each of you take 5 and we'll toss 1 in the end.
2, 3,
Oh, you know what?
4, 5.
The player die that says which player goes first is actually usable as a.
Mm-hmm.
We just
Oh.
never.
Well, yeah, we never.
But
did
it
that.
also includes you, so it would take just as much re-rolling. So not a big deal either way.
And 2 go to the inn, and then these go to socks.
Thank you.
Happy to help.
And my drink deck.
Of course,
Goes
they're
in
all
Paltry point
discard.
in the new Torg-centric economy.
Well, first off, I guess that makes it my turn. So first off, I'll discard.
You take control of a round of gambling.
Okay.
And
Sorry, I need to read the cards I just drew.
Hmm.
I'm told that reading the card explains the card.
That usually doesn't work for me. What's the unlock button do?
That's a great question. That
Oh, no. I assumed it would just let you move it, but no, it drops it to the floor.
Yeah, let
Yeah,
me try
that
and
was-
get that back into place.
Can you?
I'm just gonna take it away with the rules button. No,
You know-
that started a new one.
This is a bad mechanic.
Oh my
just gonna
god.
delete- I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
just
delete
delete
it.
that one.
I can't delete it. You.
Someone deleted it.
No, it went
Okay,
into the deck.
Some stuff happened. No, it's not
Please.
in my deck.
It's in the Torgle. The Torgle.
Oh, it got
the
put in the
Torgle.
Dunkleton box.
Okay, that's fine.
Please
Whatever.
stop throwing shit around. It's gonna get worse.
It can live there. It's fine. Everything's stabilized.
So, so Torg, I've been known to break a mind or two.
I'm a very rich goblin. Sometimes I do pay for this service.
So, you lose 2 fortitude and discard a random card.
Oh, that sucks.
No, I hate this.
I hate that. I don't want any of that. In fact, I'm not going to. I'm going to run away.
Or an action sometimes, or any time card that affects. Okay. Let's see.
Another fire truck. There's been a lot of gas fires this year, which is bizarre, honestly.
I don't think it is.
We don't usually have gas fires like this, though.
Sure, but I think that people, because last year we had a terrible, terrible ice storm here in Oklahoma that knocked out the power for like almost a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a bunch of people went and got like extracurricular gas heaters.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that can run independently of the grid. And I think maybe their inexperience with them as we move into the new winter is having unforeseen consequences.
Mm.
I watched we watched a YouTube video series.
Mm-hmm.
So someone, I think they live in like Texas, and they also do radio stuff.
Are they one of your exes?
No. What was I saying about the radio? Yeah, they were just like reverse engineering those like they're called like smart meters or something.
Uh-huh.
Apparently they broadcast their like last down date, so they could just drive around and figure out which neighborhoods had power first.
Mm-hmm. I can already tell you which neighborhoods had power
Yeah.
first here.
Yeah.
You can see the lights come on in the order from richest to poorest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You didn't need to see the
It's-
down dates.
it's like
Mhm.
my-
It's
my
very-
parents-
It's very transparent. Ours were some of the last to come on.
So what?
So someone's putting drink cards in their hand.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not right at all. So I bought Rip Snarl a drink, and now it's time for a drinking contest.
Oh, it's not my turn. Whoops.
oh, I dislike that. Or I love that. I actually love a drinking contest. Let's go.
Everyone
Tor, get
reveals a
back here.
card.
Wait, you said drinking contest?
Yes, drinking contest.
Well, hang on, I have tiny legs. I ran quite far. I wish I had a
Run, Torgal Snoff. Use your tiny little legs.
Yeah, I wish I wasn't using my headset mic so that I could like do the thing where I like lean away and like be talking off. Anyway,
You got that snowball mic and the AC's off now.
I do have the snowball mic. I might set that up, but that's not for right now. Right now is for drinking contest. I pull one off the top of the deck.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think Rip Snarl gets one too.
Yeah.
I'll be right there.
Okay.
Nope. It's not like that. It's like this. There we go.
But
That turns it.
All right,
Okay, now what do I do?
suck it
You-
down.
You grab a drink,
No,
not
from
off
the
your
drink
drink
deck.
off the community drink deck. And now we all flip it and drink.
Ooh,
I flipped my goal.
Socks got 0.
Nice.
I got mead.
You can also then share that mead.
I can.
Not if it was the result of a drink event.
Oh, not there.
Oh,
yeah,
it
never
says
mind.
that on there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
There's people yelling at the fire engine outside. What the fuck?
I think I won.
Yes.
Ah, I've become both drunker and richer, the two finest things.
The two genders.
The two genders.
That's what they mean when they say the gender binary right there.
A dab. More.
And okay, that was my drink.
You give me money. You give me money now.
I gave you money.
I'm sorry.
So
So
that's the end of my turn.
cool.
That means it's my turn.
I think it does.
Actually smell the smoke outside.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's because it's a strong wind, so it doesn't have to be close by.
Mm.
And it's a faint smell. It's not like I can see the smoke hanging in the air or anything.
I have to fix something. So this is I'm the top dog around here.
Mhm.
So
shit!
when do you get fury?
When
Like a
you pull
card says.
Yeah, and I've been busy.
So
Uh,
you gain one
Um,
fury and turn wolf, or someone loses fortitude and
Oh,
you
yeah.
turn wolf.
I'm doing so who has fortitude?
I have the most fortitude at 20, the maximum.
You're
fortitude.
losing 2 of them.
Oh. You might want to cut those nails, friend.
Is that a card that you pulled?
No, I just like doing my character voice.
I like that it's actually
You're
Torg
in
on the
there?
card. Y'all noticing
right.
that it's
I didn't see
actually
that.
Torg on the card?
It is.
you're right.
I
Dogs,
think it's
chill.
because the 3 of us are from the same expansion.
Yeah,
Is that the case?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, Ripsnarl's from way down here.
Oh, well, never mind then.
No, that's just a weird kawunkadunk. Do 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 do.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna take this drink.
Onomatopoeia. Did you buy
I
someone
just
a
did
drink?
something bad. Hold
You-
on.
That
Here
was
you go. Here you go.
You.
Did you
I
buy
don't know,
someone a
I-
drink as well?
No, let me do that. Who wants a drink?
I'll take a drink.
Here you go. Is the elven wine still in there?
Yep, somewhere.
And also, you got an elven wine as well.
Let me look at my cards.
Let's look over here. I have a skull and crossbones on my counter.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I am quite dead.
Like that's weird because you're not dead. I don't think.
Yeah. Canonically, you have rented a room and are asleep.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
I'm
roll
just.
for your pocket change.
I might just be leaned over a bucket.
Oh, I end my turn.
The only dead one here is Chunk. I don't
We
even remember-
established he is fine. He is
He's
in
fine.
orc hibernation.
He's in orc hibernation, like orcs do.
It's
They're
okay.
mushrooms,
He'll just go to the Lich King and get him resurrected.
you know?
You know, if you plug a microphone, I mean, if you plug a I mean, you have to make it compatible with the mushroom, but if you plug a audio equipment into a mushroom, you can make its electrical signals into music.
I've seen that YouTube video, and there was also a TikTok video of someone making fungus wave. And I
mean-
think it's great.
Technically, you can turn anything into music. You
As
just
long
have
as
to
it makes
decide.
a. Go ahead.
You just have to decide what the conversion factor is going to be.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but there are a lot of these kinds of mushroom videos.
Mushrooms put out surprisingly complex electric signals.
Yes.
That's because there's a lot of them.
There sure is.
Do you know that if you see a mushroom, you're actually seeing many mushrooms?
Generally, yes.
This is something I learned recently, and it fucked me literally all the way up.
There's a mushroom in one of the big parks that's like
And-
miles and miles wide.
In Yellowstone, yeah.
Mushrooms are plural.
They sure are.
Tell you what,
There's fungus among us.
I'm gonna go with this. I look around the table and where my friend was and whatever her name, the paladin or whatever, with her weird dog. And then this other weird dog, and then the mind flayer. I see a lot of very wonderful gold, and you should give me some.
And lose
I
one
think you should-
fortitude.
I think you should reconsider that.
Negate any action card.
Just
But then
straight
you
up
also-
negate it.
You also
But
draw a
then-
card from your character deck, and then you can
And-
play another action card.
Okay. Oh, well. Doesn't do me goddamn good, does it?
Changing minds.
Do I have an action card? I don't have an action card.
Aww.
Oh no.
But
What
you-
happens now? Is the
but
game
you know
soft
what?
lock?
So you know what? You know what? You were correct. That was a bad course of action. I'll have the winch bring you something special, and thanks.
Thank you.
They drink the top card from the drink deck.
And I pay 1 gold to the end.
What a
All right.
lovely light ale.
It's nice and refreshing. It has an incredible head on it. You know who doesn't have a great head on them?
The Headless Horseman.
My brother, who tried to steal my throne.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your employee who
This
is
is-
hibernating now.
No, he's still got his head.
You're right. You're right.
Otherwise, he couldn't sleep. That's how that works.
That's true.
You know what they say? You can't sleep when you're head. I'm applauding myself. That was a great joke.
Mhm.
If you had the loose snowball, it would pick up the applause better.
Yeah, I know.
You should set up. No, you should do.
I should set up the snowball.
No, you can have 2 mics set up at once, so it's yeah, that's something you
That
can't
way
do.
we're
I
hearing
think.
you twice all the time.
That's two.
No, I
that's
think
two.
I'm pretty sure there's a way to sync them, so it's just having 2 microphones that are technically the same audio source.
I don't. You.
They
can't-
would.
you
They're still using separate condensers, so there could still be desync.
Yeah.
That is right. You put them far apart though. Then it's
Like I could do some weird asthma with it, but that seems like a lot of work, and I don't feel like it.
Mm. There's this fucking ASMR commercial for some kind of soap that keeps coming on YouTube, and I'm so glad that they finally added the option to block certain ads on the Android TV version of YouTube, because every time it came on, I wanted to literally claw my face off.
Yeah.
Well, they've got one on Twitch, which is people singing a song that doesn't rhyme about driving their car.
I hate that fucking commercial so much.
I'm glad I'm not alone.
It
I always-
makes me so mad. It's not in. No one has the same meter even. Like
Whenever an ad consciously annoys me, I make a note of the brand to never ever buy. And I
Yeah.
have to imagine most people do the same. So I don't know why people think that's an effective way of advertising.
No, see, that's the thing, is that they don't know that. Advertising would collapse if they realized that.
Mm. I mean, there's so much research that shows that advertising, that there's not actually a way to tell if advertising is working.
That's exactly why it hasn't collapsed yet. They haven't realized that it doesn't work.
It's
Well,
fake.
They can kind of tell.
Mm.
Like, you remember the Old Spice guy ads? You know, like the
Terry
Oh yeah, to
Crews.
become a meme or
The man-
whatever. Yeah.
the man your man could smell like.
Mm. I like
So
the
when they
Terry
s-
Crews ones better.
Okay, well, I like them. I like both of them. But the man your man can smell like, when they started airing those, the specific scent he was advertising, sales actually went down. But
Mhm.
sales of Old Spice products in general went up.
That sounds like there may be more factors at play.
Like there's also something to consider with like because there's advertising metrics now in
Mhm.
HAL.
In hell.
Yeah, like so if you search something up that you want to buy, you will get
Mhm.
ads for it, and then you will buy it, and it's a feedback loop.
Yep. Just like how popular songs on the radio are popular because they're popular.
Yeah,
thought they
like
were
they're all
popular-
the same.
I thought they were popular because this one guy in Texas owns all the radio stations.
Yeah, exactly. But then they show up as being more popular because it's already been decided that they're going to be popular.
Yeah,
So it creates a feedback loop of a song getting played more because it's played more.
yeah. I'll tell you something wild. In the United States, you know how they decide what royalties to pay for the songs that get played on the radio?
I can tell I'm going to hate the end of this sentence. Please continue.
Okay, so can you guess? I want to hear a guess.
One would assume the number of impressions from a song being played over a particular number of devices, like Nielsen's.
That's a good guess. What my guess would have been that the radio station writes down every song they play,
Mm-hmm.
and then they pay money to the owners of those songs based on how many times they were played. That is not what happens. So there's a guy who listens to that radio station for a week, and he writes down every song he hears, and then they multiply that by 52, and that's how they split up the royalties.
Oh my god.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I agree.
It makes some other things make sense.
Uh-huh.
Like, for example, why I had to listen to Howie Days Collide on my fucking drive time literally every single day for like 3 months.
All right, whose turn is it?
It was my drinks phase. I played a card called Wench, Bring Us One of Everything.
Mhm.
I paid a gold to the inn and ordered 3 additional drinks. I gave 2 to both other parties.
Mhm.
Everything is shared equally in the
In the
Monarchy.
Goblin-tocracy.
Goblin talk.
I just want to point out that we've got the same winch in our decks.
We do have the same wench in our decks. The art style
I
is a
do
little
too.
different, but it's the same wench.
The Medusa wench.
Yeah, because we're all in the cave bar.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a drink in your discard pile, Bad Road.
There is?
Yeah.
And then I flipped the drink from the top of mine, and it ended up being the dark ale.
You're right.
I'm moving 1, and this completes my turn.
All right, Bad Road's turn.
Okay.
It's almost 11. Let's try and hurry it along.
I'm okay. So I'm gonna discard a couple cards.
Yes,
so I can
are you
draw more.
serious?
Are we just deciding we're done with gambling?
There was gambling.
No, because the Bad Road keeps discarding gambling cards.
Oh, that's because gambling takes forever, I guess.
That's true.
Plus, if you have too many gambling cards, you can't do anything else.
Also, there may be a thing that I know.
Listen,
Let's hurry it along, please.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is an anytime card. I'm gonna lose to alcohol,
oh,
and then, Torque, would you stop thinking so loud, please?
I'm sorry. I just really love my gold. What's going on?
You lose to fortitude, and I look at your hand.
Before you look at my hand, let me pull a card out of my hand.
Okay.
All the violence money can buy. Play this card when you lose fortitude from a card played by another player. That player loses 3 fortitude, and I pay 1 gold to the inn.
Ooh.
Okay.
Actually, who are you to tell me I'm thinking about gold too loudly?
Then I will have the winch bring some drinks for my friends.
Torg, you still gotta
Thank
lose
you.
some fortitude as well, right?
I do, don't I? I have to lose
Yeah.
1?
Yeah.
Okay. I have done so.
And I'm not going to worry about looking at your hand.
I'm going to throw away literally every single one of these cards when it's my turn.
Okay. So, right. The winch is bringing drinks for my friends. I think Ripsnarl needs some drinks.
Thank you. We're trying to end the game, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, do you have a board wipe right now?
I do 3 damage to Bad Road.
With an anytime card?
No, it's not my turn yet.
No,
Did
Not
you
yet.
finish your?
you gotta wait your turn.
Oh, I thought your turn ended. The drink stage is not the last stage.
All right.
Oh, well.
And I have fine ambrosia. So, oh wait, that doesn't go in my discard. So I pay 2 gold to the inn, and I drink my ambrosia. I get 1 alcohol and recover 4 fortitude.
Yep.
That's too bad, Bad Road.
That's too bad.
Did
Road.
someone just steal gold from me?
I didn't. You had 2 in a stack, but you only moved the top one. I moved the other one for you.
Oh, okay, thank you. And that should be my turn.
This is such a low stakes game. I would never fuck around with
I know.
someone's stuff.
I've played in at tables where other people will move my stuff, like trying to help, but not realizing I have already moved stuff. But anyway,
So you
I'm done.
take
Is
3
Enoch's turn
damage,
now?
Bad Road.
I do. Okay.
And then I continue to be wolf.
You do continue to be wolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Christy gets a drink.
Okay.
And then I do a drink.
Big money. Oh, that's not big money.
So I lose 1.
Lose 1
Right.
alcohol, yeah. And now it's Chrissy's turn.
I really wanted big money. I'm gonna throw all of these in the trash. And I'm gonna draw 6 cards. Okay. I have an action card, presumably. Fantastic. You know what? I've only had one minion out here this whole time. What am I paying you all for? Get in here. Pay 1 gold to the inn, and then just start revealing cards from the top of my deck until I find a minion. I put it into play, and then I shuffle my character deck. So that's not a minion. That's not a minion. That's not a minion. This would be a lot easier with a physical version of the game.
If you type F, that'll while you hover over a card, that'll flip it.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Oh, like so you pay respects.
There's
There we
one.
go.
Yes, you have to pay respects to flip the card.
My boy, Bricks or Grix? It's hard to tell. The Enforcer. I think
Bricks.
That would make sense. Once during each of my action phases, I may pick another player and they lose 2 fortitude.
It's like the same as the other one.
Yeah, I think they're mostly the same. They're just big fuckers. I have the biggest fuckers in town, and I pay them well to fuck on my behalf. Oh, wait, that's wrong. Damn it.
Gotta flip it first.
Yeah. No, that's
No,
not shuffle.
no, shuffle.
There we go. I got there. I got there. And it being my action phase, I will bonk. You're both at 5 differential. I'll bonk Rip Snarl for 2. You have not experienced an Orc hug yet. Go.
Oh,
Do a
cool.
good Orc hug.
So I lose 2 of them.
Yes,
Yeah.
you lose 2 of them.
All right.
I think this ends my turn. Oh,
What
no,
about
it
drink
doesn't.
phase?
Yep. I'm drawing. I'm handing
That's
out.
a whole deck.
It's the whole deck.
I used to do that so much.
No, there's only one.
Oh, there's
in the
only
deck.
one card left.
Yeah.
So this has to be it, or the game can't end.
Here, I'll take care
Oh,
of. I'll
thank
take
you,
care
you
of
do.
this.
Thank you. And then I will drink a drink myself. I'm hoping it's very thin. It's the thinnest of light ales.
Less filling though.
Thin alcohol, less filling. Wonderful. This is the end of my turn.
All right. So draw, draw, draw. So,
So,
Torgal Snarf. Don't worry.
there's no sound any monarchist, anarchist, goblin king loves more than the sound of his own name.
Don't worry. This rarely leads to permanent damage.
This could lead to excellence or serious injury. I just gained 2 alcohol, huh?
Uh-huh.
And then I draw a card. Do I just lose off that if I don't fix it? Yeah.
I think you
think-
die.
Oh. No, that's not it. Yeah, I'm done.
You have to move the piece. Something happens.
I do have to move the piece so that something happens. Oh, it's Torgal Snarf is just like, well, it's been a wonder hanging with you all. Good night. Stands up, turns around, and just planks over.
All right. Each get 3 gold.
There was 7 gold on top of there,
Yeah.
so they each get 4 gold.
We were rounding down and giving the last one to the inn.
I have Torg coins.
Those
They
don't. I don't think those do anything.
They count.
it says you start with 2 gold. You may use the Torque coins, but you don't have to.
Huh, okay.
They're legal tender. I bit them myself.
So I get Torg coin.
You get a Torque coin and 3 other coins.
There we go.
I sent 1 gold to the end somehow.
Yeah, I did that for you. Because would have been 1 too many, because we were doing 3 and 1 Torg.
Then I will buy Rip Snarl a drink
Thank
and
you.
drink my own drink.
That's bad news for you.
Do I discard the rest of my drink
It
deck?
is. You know what, Rip Snarl?
Yeah.
You're thirsty. You drink that.
Oh, cool. Let me do that.
You're thirsty, wouldn't you agree?
Yes. Did my game close?
Your hands just fell on the table.
So yeah, I think so.
Okay, so move my fortitude down 1. Did it
Okay.
happen?
Yes.
Okay, so I have 1 fortitude left. Now what's next, Bad Road?
That was the end of my turn. Now it's your turn.
Okay, so let me
Drink phase.
play. Drink what?
Yeah, that was my drink.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
What cards do I have?
You've got the cards that are sitting here face up on the table.
I'm in now.
Okay.
All right,
Good.
all fixed.
I did my best not to look at your hand.
Okay, so 3 cards are useless to me. Because you turn human. I can add alcohol to a drink.
You gotta draw 2 cards.
and start a round of gambling.
You could.
I'm not gonna play anything. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna get Bad Road a drink. I think
Okay.
that didn't do it.
And now you drink, and it's 0.
It's a water.
Straight from the horse's trough.
Blessed water.
Okay.
And
Motto of
now
life.
I.
Praise its coming and its goings.
Rip Snarl, why don't you tip the winch?
Okay. What do I do?
You
Press
pay 1
N?
gold to the end.
There we go.
Oh, it's your turn.
Okay. I will discard 1. Draw 3. What have I got? Gambling, I'm in.
Okay. I've done it. Put 1
Okay.
gold in.
All right. You have a gambling card.
Oh, this is a bad one. Yeah, I'll play this one. I win the gambling.
Okay.
You got a counterattack.
I have a winning hand.
Ooh.
Oh, you win.
You have a cheat.
I don't have any other gambling cards.
All right. Bad Road takes the pot.
And I'll buy you a drink
Thanks.
and drink me a drink.
Oh, do you lose?
Oh no.
Ooh.
Dwarven Firewater.
You almost lose.
I
That's
do
really
not
close.
quite lose.
But close.
Or, not now, I'm practicing. I will ignore that drink.
You're busy.
All right. Your turn, Slox.
I have a gambling card now. I can discard cards, right?
Yes. Technically, you're
That would be
supposed to
before
discard
you draw.
before you draw,
generally.
but
Yeah, I meant to do that. I didn't do it though.
All right,
I'm
now you
not
can
worried
draw.
about it.
Now you can draw any of those cards back. Can't throw away whatever card you just drew either.
I have it in my deck still.
Okay. You just grab the whole deck. Okay, just hit right click and hit draw 6 times on the deck.
What did I do? Oh,
Right.
what is happening?
You gotta
I
right
did it
click.
though.
right click on the deck. There you go. There you go.
I did
Okay.
it the first time. It just didn't do anything.
Hmm.
Oh, cool. I can add alcohol content. 1 second. Add alcohol content to a drink you're about to drink. If you gain alcohol content from a drink, each other player gives you 1 gold. That's worth it. VG turn wolf.
Yeah, but it's also you're not about to do a drink, so
Is it not?
that's once you draw. Once you drink, you would play that.
Okay.
So now you buy Bad Road a drink.
Do you have an action card to play?
No, I don't have. Oops, that's discard. No, that's not. That's not discard. Here you go, Battle Road.
Thank you.
Okay, drink. Oh, this is bad actually.
Yeah, even if you
So-
share it, you lose.
So I'm gonna. Okay. It's 4 alcohol now.
So I pay you a gold? Is that how that works?
You do give me a gold, yes. Here, put it on my thing before I end the game.
Here you go.
Thanks. Okay, I have to actually put it on top, or it does.
Yeah.
It should let me do that.
All right. Bad Road is the drinking champion, the fantasy drinking champion.
The Mind Flayer is good at head games. Who would have thought?
Thanks everyone for joining. We got our
Thanks for having
schedule.
us.
We got our schedule right over here. I'm not gonna go over it. There's stuff that's gotta happen. But go and click that shit. You can see everyone's schedule. We've got our YouTube channel if you need something to watch. And we will see you another day. So thank you 3 for joining me here.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.